feature of Gal Vihara is the four images of the Buddha that have been carved on a single, large granite rock face, considered to be among the best examples of the rock carving and sculpting arts of the ancient Sinhalese.
Seated image. The large seated image is 15 feet to 0.5 inches for 0.636 meters tall and depicts the Dhyana Mudra. 12. The seat was carved in the shape of a lotus flower, its base decorated with carvings of flowers and lions. The statue sits on a carved throne.
Now present-day Polonnaruwa, in north-central province, Sri Lanka. It was fashioned in the 12th century by King Parakramabahu I. The central feature of the temple is for rock relief statues of the Buddha, which have been carved into the face of a large granite rock.
Uttara Rama. A small statue only 4 feet 7 inches 1.4 meters in height, 12 but similar in appearance to its larger neighbor, is located inside the artificial cave named Viharaya. The cave was created by carving for 0.5 feet 1.4 meters into the rock, leaving 4 square shafted stone columns at the sides of the 26 foot 7.9 meters wide and 12 foot 9 inch 3.89 meters high opening. Standing image. The standing image depicts an unusual mudra. The standing image is the focus of much discussion among historians and archaeologists, since there is a general belief that it is not a statue of the Buddha. 16. The image is 22 feet 9 inches 6.93 meters tall, 12 and stands on a low pedestal shaped like a lotus. It leans back in a relaxed manner, its arms folded across its chest. The statue's face carries a sorrowful expression, and the reclining image which depicts the Buddha's Parinirvana lies next to it, which has led some to believe that it is the monk Nanda, who is lamenting the Buddha's demise at his deathbed. 15. The remains of the walls, however, indicate that the two images were once in separate chambers, rather than next to each other. Parinirvana believes that the statue is of the Buddha, which depicts the Paradukha Dukkitha Mudra, or sorrow for the sorrow of others. 18. However, this is a rarely used gesture in Sinhalese sculpture, and is seen at only a few locations in the country. 17. Another possibility is that the image shows the Buddha during his second week after enlightenment, one which he spent gazing at the Bodhi tree in gratitude for providing him shelter. Reclining image. The reclining image, which depicts the Buddha's Parinirvana, is the largest in Gal Vihara. At 46 feet 4 inches 14.12 meters in length, the reclining image is the largest statue in Gal Vihara, 12 and also one of the largest sculptures in Southeast Asia. It depicts the Parinirvana of the Buddha, who is lying on his right side with the right arm supporting the head on a bolster, while the left arm lies along the body and thigh. The palm of the right hand and the soles of the feet have a single lotus flower carved on them.
The upper foot, the left foot of the image, is slightly withdrawn to indicate that the image depicts that the Buddha has attained parinirvana and is not merely lying down.
Unlike the other images, the reclining image does not have a decorated pedestal and lies on leveled bare rock. On the wall behind the image, several sockets have been carved into the rock, as well as the remains of 2 stone columns, suggesting that its now missing image house had a wooden roof. 21. The images of Uttara Rama follow a different style from the images of the previous Anuradhapura period, and show some significant differences. The identity of the standing image is subject to a certain amount of dispute among historians and archaeologists, some of whom argue that it depicts the monk Ananda rather than the Buddha. Some of the best examples of ancient Sinhalese sculpting and carving arts, and have made the Gal Vihara the most visited monument at Polonnaruwa. Each of the images have been carved in a way that uses a maximum possible area of the rock, and their heights seem to have been decided based on the height of the rock itself. Each statue appears to have had its own image house, as indicated by the remains of brick walls at the site. The Uttara Rama was where Parakramabahu I held a congregation of monks to purify the Buddhist priesthood, and later drew up a code of conduct for them. This code of conduct has been recorded in an inscription on the same rock face containing the images of the Buddha.